The toughest people don't always have the biggest muscles. 17-year-old Amaiya Zafar packs a punch. But her coach never talks about her fists, only her heart.
First one in the gym, last one out.
She began boxing shortly after her father suggested she try the sport of fencing.
She said, "You're joking. I'd rather get punched in the face than have somebody poke a sword at me."
Within the week, she was watching YouTube videos.
We were like, "This is a jab, this is a cross." And I was like, okay, you know.
As a workout, boxing targets the entire body, and it's 2 for 1, cardio and strength. But after a year or so, Amaiya wanted the ring, and not the kind you wear on your finger.
Don't ever come for me and say I can't. You know, just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I can't fight.
Women's boxing has only been out of the shadows a short time. USA Boxing, the sport's national governing body, didn't recognize female boxers until 1993, and only then after losing a landmark court case. And it wasn't until 2012 that they were allowed to competitively box at the Olympics.
It's difficult for girls because they don't have as many chances to compete.
Turns out it was hard to find female opponents in her hometown of St. Paul, Minnesota. But making matters worse, she had to absorb what her family believed was a low blow. Amaiya is a devout Muslim, so to represent both modesty and identity, she wears a hijab under her headgear, as well as a shirt and leggings under her shorts and top.
It's saying this is who I am, that the way I conduct myself in life is based on these beliefs, and I'm proud of that.
But USA Boxing deemed it a violation of uniform regulations, so Amaiya was kept out of competitions. What she needed was someone in her corner, and though she didn't know it then, that person was 1,500 miles away. Ask her family and you get the impression that they never treated 16-year-old Aliyah Charbonier with kid gloves, but they never expected her to wear boxing gloves.
It was never intended for her to be a boxer, so.
But this self-described girly girl didn't find the same kind of passion for sports like volleyball and cheerleading.
I like sweating and I like hard work. I didn't want to depend on my team whether I won or lost.
Finding opponents in Orlando, Florida wasn't any easier than St. Paul, Minnesota. But like Amaiya, Aliyah was earning the respect of her male gym mates.
Trains very hard, and she's always asking questions. How did I do?
The road for both boxers was uphill and paved with sweat, and it eventually led to an intersection in Kissimmee, Florida. The Sugarbird Tournament is a boxing competition featuring what they call talent of the future. Aliyah and Amaiya signed up and were on the card to fight one another. Amaiya's coaches were led to believe that this time she'd get a chance to compete. But just minutes before her fight, she took yet another punch to her gut. The judges again ruled that Amaiya was in violation of uniform regulations.
She comes down and sits next to me, and so I'm kind of tearing up because I felt for her.
Since it was a forfeit, Aliyah was awarded a championship belt, but she didn't feel much like a champion.
We didn't feel like she had earned that, you know, because they never fought. And at the same time, we kind of felt bad for Amaiya's situation.
She may not have felt like a champion, but what she did next made her one. She walked over to Amaiya and handed her the belt.
What are you doing? That's yours. Don't give me that. She was like, no, it's yours. Take it. And I was just like what?
They didn't even give her a chance to get the belt. So I was like, let me give her the belt for at least showing up and trying.
It's a very lonely experience to be striving for something that is so important to you. And for Aliyah to reach out and give this to her was such a valuable act of solidarity, that saying, you're not alone, I see you, I hear you, and I stand with you.
And the people at that tournament were not the only ones to see. Even though Amaiya and Aliyah never got in the ring that day, they both won the much bigger fight. In April, Amaiya became the first boxer to wear a hijab in a sanctioned event after USA Boxing lifted its ban on the apparel. For now, it's just for local events, but it's a start.
When they said I could fight, I was like, we did it. Like, her giving me the belt is really what showed USA Boxing, like, look, this isn't right, you know? And so I really do, like, appreciate her giving, because it was like a statement.
It made me feel like proud of what happened and everything, and how a little gesture made a big difference.
Not many can say they were the first, but now Amaiya can. It was a two-fisted approach to change, giving a whole new meaning to the phrase, fight like a girl.